guys, welcome back to my channel. There is someone who just started doing construction outside, so I'm sorry for if it's a little bit extra noisy today, but I've decided that I am in the mood to shoot this for you guys, so I'm just gonna continue on. So hopefully that's okay and you guys don't mind. Today's video is going to be the 7 healthy habits to help you prevent a freak out. Freakouts are totally normal and they're pretty natural because we are all very busy human beings going day to day, dealing with different stresses throughout the day. And there are moments where we're just like, okay, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And that's very common. For me, I've finally reached a point in my life where if I feel like I'm getting to a freak out, then I can just bring it back down. And so I wanted to share with you guys how I am able to not really get to the freak out point of my life anymore. I mean, of course, there are times where you feel just so overwhelmed, and that's normal, but there are things that you can do to prevent you from getting there. So without any further ado, let's get into the 7 healthy habits to help you prevent a freak out. But really quickly, before we get into it, please take a moment, as always, to make sure that you are subscribed to my channel with notifications turned on so that you never miss a new video from me. And make sure that you give this a thumbs up if you are loving Love Your Life series so far so that I know that you guys are enjoying it. Okay, now let's get into it. Number 1, and this is one that I use every single day of my life, and that is to breathe it out. I naturally forget to breathe all the time. I'm just thinking about everything and I have so much to do, and all of a sudden I'll just go, and the person next to me will be like, are you okay? And I'm just like, yeah, I've just forgotten to breathe. Because when I'm thinking about things, getting things done, it's just, I just have to take that moment for myself. And this is something we need to do to prevent ourselves from having a freak out. And if we feel ourselves getting on the verge of a freak out, if we just take a moment to do a few breaths, just even if it's 3 of them, but big breaths where you see your chest go in and out and you just then you're able to think as well at the same time, and you feel your breath and you really start realizing, oh, okay, what I'm about to freak out about is not that big of a deal. Taking the moment to breathe and think at the same time is really gonna keep you from getting to the point of freak out because you're just able to level yourself out. Habit number 2 is to practice compassion. Most of the time in life when we're dealing with a freak out, it has something to do with somebody in our life, whether it's a coworker, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's family. It's usually caused by another person. Quite common. So when you are dealing with that, practicing compassion is so crucial because you can take this moment where you ask yourself, what is this person dealing with? And that's you practicing compassion, because if your friend's kind of being rude to you all week long, then you probably know what's going on in that person's life, and you can probably pinpoint why that person's not being nice to you. If you're driving your car and somebody maybe cuts you off or they're mad at you for something or other, it's probably because of something that they're going through in life. Most of the time, it has nothing to do with you. So practicing compassion and realizing, okay, this doesn't have anything to do with me. I understand that that person's going through something. I'm just gonna let this situation slide off my back. That's gonna help you prevent from getting to the freak out moment, which means that if you're at the freak out moment, you're gonna be getting in a fight with somebody else, which is gonna escalate everything, which we don't wanna do. So practice compassion, realize it has nothing to do with you, understand that that person is going through something, and let it go. Habit number 3 is to break out your journal. And this is something that I've mentioned a lot of times, but it's something that I want to reiterate because I think it's super important. There are people who see therapists and there are people who journal, there are people who talk to friends, but any way that you can get out what is inside of you that is stressing you out is so important. Therapy can be really expensive, so having a journal to just organize your thoughts down on paper, get them out of your mind, is so crucial. Habit number 4 is to create your happy place. My mood is so affected by my environment. So if I have a cool, calm, relaxing place, I am so much more likely to be able to just get through hard moments so much more easily. I love having a candle lit. I love having things organized and clean. I love having beautiful scents going on in my house. I love diffusing essential oils. I love having a little bit of calm, relaxing music going on. Just having my space in order and just giving it a great vibe is so important. And if I feel like I'm super stressed out, I will take it to the next level, take a bubble bath, I will have some tea, I will do a full relaxation night for myself to keep myself from getting to the freak out point. Healthy habit number 5 is to sweat it out. There is nothing like a good workout to help you release your stress. A lot of the times when we're stressed, working out is not the first thing that comes to mind, but if we do put on some tennis shoes, go outside for a good run, get some sweat and come back, our whole world changes. When I get out of a workout class, I'm the happiest. I feel at my very best because there is nothing like working out to really clear your mind. It doesn't just reduce stress, it helps you clear your mind and you come back to a situation with a whole different outlook. And 9 out of 10 times you will come back to your situation with a more positive outlook. So anytime you're feeling a bit stressed and overwhelmed, I highly recommend that you get out there and do some type of workout that you love. Tip number 6, which is one of my favorites, is to vent to a friend. For me, if I am kind of going through a freak out, but I realize that I maybe shouldn't be going through this freak out, or maybe I can't even tell whether or not I should be freaking out about this specific thing, I will call a friend and say, hey, this is what happened. This is how I feel about it. What do you think? Am I being silly? Am I being ridiculous? Is this too dramatic? Or does this make sense and do you understand why I'm upset? And your friend, especially a non-judgmental friend, that's super important to look for. Somebody who's just open to listening to you, who also vents to you sometimes, so you guys have this mutual kind of venting situation. That's what friends are for. You guys are able to open up to each other and tell each other when you're going through hard times. I love having friends in my life that I can reach out to that can tell me, okay, yeah, your freak out's valid right now. Or they'll say, okay, well, it's not that big of a deal. So when in doubt, phone a friend. And lastly, I want to wrap this one up with number 7. This one is to question your angst. Question if you should be this upset and if it's valid. Question how old you might be acting at that time. That's a really good one because sometimes we're upset over the most ridiculous things that don't even hold any weight. Question if you're willing to deal with this situation at that time. If you're getting into a confrontation with somebody that you love or just anybody on the street, question whether or not you're willing to deal with that at that time. I think that that's something we forget to do and we just kind of react automatically. But if we take a moment to say, am I willing to deal with this right now? Then that is a really good way to just get yourself out of a situation that you're not really wanting to deal with right then. So that is it for this video. I hope that I was here for you guys. If you are feeling like you're about to freak out, maybe I helped you kind of sort through things. I hope so. And let me know in the comments what you guys do to prevent a freak out. Let me know in the comments. Help each other out in the comments. If anybody's going through something that they're super stressed about, let's help each other in the comments and let them know how to get through it. I love you guys to the moon and back. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are loving Love Your Life series. If you are, remember to thumbs up this video, and I will see you guys very soon in a new one. Bye. Okay. Don't freak out. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be alright. I don't know. Okay, bye. Ah, my foot's asleep.